a lot of people like in the league, players didn't feel safe going back. They thought it was kind of selfish that some people, like key workers and stuff, they're out there working and they don't even get the test in. So I think that was a big thing in like women's football, that they just didn't feel safe, and it was quite a selfish thing to do.
The only young lady of the team, quality defender. Nothing goes past her, she clears everything up. Can't say a lot about her. Everybody knows Jade. She's just known all over the place. That's Jade.
Footy 258 here, back again, and again I have the privilege to, you know, share these stories amongst some of my nearest and dearest friends. I'm trying to think where we met. It must have been, you know, the fact that I was at Arsenal, she was at Arsenal, and we had a lot of mutuals in common. I think Abs. I don't remember. I think probably Abs.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because he was playing for Inter at the time and stuff. So
yeah, so it's probably Abs, and you know, you girls, you guys, you know, you guys thought you were like the cool crew back in the day. It was a lot of you lot, you know, from your little northeast London area, and yeah, I think that's how I met you. And probably the earliest memory, I had a 16th birthday. You were there, and amongst all you and your other friends as well. So today I got with me Liverpool midfielder and also England youth midfielder Jade Bailey. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Very good.
How you been doing during quarantine? I know it's hard for some people. You know, they're not really used to, especially footballers. They're not really used to being inside and you know, away from their normal routine. But what type of things have you been doing?
Do you know, I think it was really hard at first. I think for everyone, just like the realization of having to be stuck indoors and only being able to get outside like for an hour a day. So I think at first I was just really bored. I didn't know how to kind of cope with it. I think I didn't have a routine though, so I'm so used to having a routine. So once I got into a routine, obviously we've got programs sent out, so following our training programs to keep fit, because obviously you don't know when you're actually going to be back into football. So doing that, just getting to spend time with my family as well, because I think I moved out when I was about 16, 17. So I've actually been away from home for years now. So it's actually been nice to like spend time with family as well. And I think, yeah, and I was doing my program and stuff, but then I was coming home and I wasn't really like occupying myself with anything. So I was thinking like, what can I actually do? What's going to actually better me, like within football and stuff like that. So I started to like analyze like all my games and stuff, and and also the team. And I do that anyway after the games, but I was going into detail so I could like see trends and like also like trying to scout the other team as well. And I've actually like really enjoyed it. I'll probably do like 2 games a week. But like I've actually like really enjoyed it, which is quite surprising, because sometimes like going through that stuff might be boring to some people. But it's actually nice that we've had a break from football as well, because sometimes when you analyse stuff or whatever, you're quite, maybe you've lost a game or something, so you're quite emotional, you don't really want to do it. So like actually doing it now has actually been like so much better. And I think that, yeah, that's actually helped me, and I feel like it's helped me to know the game better as well. So doing that's actually been good. Like I could see myself actually doing something. I don't know. I've enjoyed it, so we'll see what comes of it. But yeah,
love it.
Understanding. Yeah.
Are you a player who's hard on yourself, or are you somebody where you kind of, you know, take it as it comes and you be like, okay, you know, maybe we lost that game, or maybe I didn't play well that game, move to the next, or does it kind of carry with you, would you say?
I feel like I am quite hard on myself. If I had a bad game, like until I've gone through it and stuff, I have to go through the game. Like I said, sometimes not straight away, but I'll have to go through it. And obviously, you know when you've had a bad game as well. But yeah, I feel like sometimes it does hold on to me. So once I've analysed it and I know it might have been a little thing what might have gone wrong, but once I've like gone through it and I can like, I feel like that's when I put a line under it once I've gone through it and I know what I need to improve on or something. But yeah, I definitely would say that I'm quite hard on myself. But that's if you want to be the best, I suppose that's something. Yeah, like everyone would be quite hard on and critical of their performance. I'd say like I'm quite a perfectionist in that way. Like stuff what I'm good at, I have to be good at every game. So yeah, I'd probably.
Yeah, I've been during quarantine. I've been watching a lot of like sports documentaries and things to do with sport and stuff, and we all share similar qualities and similar attributes. One being like Michael Jordan. I don't know if you've seen that, but you know the way he works and the way he commits himself to the game. And I've been watching Formula One as well, which is interesting, like a totally different sport, and they're quite similar as well. So I feel like if you want to be the best, then you have to do these little things, and that's quite interesting because nobody's actually told me during this time that they've been doing things like that away from the club. So that's a testament to you because your season's kind of it's finished, right? And how was that news, and how did you take it?
Well, it's not like been finalised, but I think it is going to be finished. I think just like coming away from football, I think like it was dragging, like we wasn't getting an answer. Some teams obviously in the men's league, they had like a date where they could maybe start potentially small group training, but with the women's league it was completely different. We've literally been told a date and then we can't do it, then we can. I think it just comes down to money really. We don't have it's going to cost teams for the testing and stuff a lot of money. So I think in women's football, the amounts what it's going to cost it's not really worth carrying on the league. And also I think just for like on a safety reasons, a lot of people like in the league, players didn't feel safe going back. They thought it was kind of selfish that some people like key workers and stuff, they're out there working and they don't even get the testing. So I think that was a big thing in like women's football, that they just didn't feel safe and it was quite a selfish thing to do. Obviously it's no, like we all want to get back to football, but I think sometimes there's a bigger picture. So once we definitely get the fact like it's finalised, then I think it's just going to be better off for everyone, really.
Yeah, it's a hard one because it's the same as comparing some. It's all to do with financial. If you have the financial gains and people with money kind of putting their hands in their pockets, then that will basically get it done. But you see now in like they've finished a non-league in England. I think League Two as well, I'm pretty sure, and multiple other leagues in the world. And they just said, you know what, it's best for everyone's safety and financially to just end the season. If you had a choice, and they said to go out and play, would you feel safe at the moment, or would you just be like, you know what,
if it was safe to do so, like there's nothing I want more than to go back to training. But like I said, there is a bigger picture and there's still people dying. There's still people who can't get the test and they're working on the front line. So for those reasons, probably not, I wouldn't.
Okay, yeah. Makes sense. So anything else you've been doing during quarantine? You said you know, you and your teammates have a Zoom call that you do
Uh,
together?
so yeah, Zoom call. So we have to do like 2 group workouts as a team. So that's usually like yoga and core.
A day?
And then obviously, sorry?
A day or a weekly?
No, so once a week we'll do yoga and
Okay.
core. So that's quite a nice routine, getting in to do a session together. And then we will do like bake-offs and stuff. So once a week, we've just started doing that. So it's been the last 3 weeks. So we'll do, like, last week we did a bake-off. This week we did a cooking competition where I literally just finished. Which is nice to just like regroup as a team and like have a bit of banter, and yeah, it's just about coming together because we haven't seen each other for months now. So that's actually been quite good. And also we do coffee club as well, which is, I haven't woken up for that one yet.
Is it coffee
I missed
class?
that. But yeah, like quizzes and stuff, which is, yeah, it's been nice actually.
That's nice. Yeah, I wish I could get some of the guys involved and do something like that, but I think people are just, maybe they're too exhausted from all the other Zoom calls and things like that anyway, and all the other workouts they have to do. So yeah, it's a bit different.
Yeah, at first I feel like, oh, do I have to do it? Like, do you know what I mean? You feel at first, the first couple of weeks, but it's actually good. And like I said, it like it helps the routine as well. That, you know, at these times you've got those calls. So yeah, it's been nice.
Are you kind of a structured, scheduled person anyway, where if you're in season, you're the type of person that the alarm clock's going off and you're not pressing snooze or anything, you're up, you're ready to go? Or are you somebody where everybody's like, oh, come on, Jade, like, why are you taking so long?
No, I'd say I'm quite organised, and like, yeah, once I'm up, I'm up. I think on football days I'm very much like that. When I've got to go to training, I am quite chilled though, but I do like to like be places on time and stuff like that. So yeah.
All right, cool. All right, let's go. Let's go back to the start. How this all started for you. So were you born in Walthamstow?
Yeah, so I was born in Walthamstow, well, Leytonstone. Living in Walthamstow, still there. My mum's still there. Yeah, so yeah, went to school in Walthamstow as well.
Yeah, and I know in that area, your uncle played football, right?
Yeah, so my uncle played football. My dad also played football, and obviously they run a football school and football academy sort of club. So yeah, that's where I like started to play football and got into it. I didn't always want it, like I wasn't. It kind of just happened one day, like at one of his football schools. He didn't have enough players one day, so like, need to join in, and that's actually how I started to play football. I kind of just enjoyed it from there. I don't think there was a time when I actually would go in there to play football. It was kind of like they ran out of players, so put me in.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and I played for Interwood from, I think, the age of 6 until 11. So that's 11. Obviously, I played in the boys' team. Was the only girl. But I think that wasn't like a real big thing. I think because I was good, they just treated me like one of them sort of thing. And then once you get to a certain age, I think it's once you get to 12, you have to go on to play women's football.
Yeah.
So like, I remember, I feel like I played when like under 11s, under 10s. Inwood used to play a lot of academy teams. So I probably like, that's where I might have played you when I was playing for Interwood,
maybe, yeah.
And then yeah, that's when I signed for Arsenal, not under 12s. So
Yeah, I remember playing Interwood, so I know how, people don't know, so you're gonna have to explain for them or to them, how, in that area, how many footballers came through there. Maybe not playing now, but still they made it to academies, and the level of players they had there was really good. It was weird. Like, you had Interwood, and then you had Broadwater Farm, along with a couple others as well. So how was that playing for that type of kind of schooling, football schooling, and especially under your dad and your uncle? How did they kind of uh, get you into it in terms of saying, "Oh, is this what you want to do? You have to do. You have to go through these steps and everything like that," or was it just like you just took a liking to it? Or I know you said that you kind of got in by accident, like in terms of um, there wasn't enough numbers and you joined, but did you always admire your dad and your uncle for playing football?
yeah, I'd say so. Like, I think it was kind not easy for me, but because they run the team, it wasn't like anyone would make me feel any different to like being a girl playing with boys. And I think definitely playing with boys helped me like become the player I am, because physically, do you know, they're stronger, they're quicker. So that definitely like helped shape me into the player I am. It was always one step like going into girls football. Then it was always one step ahead.
Mm.
um I think that the like caliber of players what we had, like our team was so good. I don't know, like we won the London Cup. I don't know, that was like a big thing. Like growing
Yeah.
up, we won like every year you could play it. We basically won like every game.
So two things from there that I got is, how you play now is you're very, very cultured player, very technical based, great passing, great technique. And without saying, you know, out of everybody I know who plays football, you have one of the best technique, as a player. So would you say that you got it from playing with the boys from that age, or where did that come from?
Definitely playing with the boys. I think when I was younger, I was actually a centre back as well. So
Really?
yeah, like, so getting on the ball from the back and being able to play out, I was always composed. I always had a good passing range. But I'd say that also came from my coaching from when I was younger. So having my dad and my uncle as a coach and the boys around me, like that's something you was installed on to be good on the ball. So then going into the women's game, it kind of become easy for me. So yeah, I'd definitely say playing with boys has definitely helped me. But I think the transition wasn't, I was always better than my age group with the girls, but because I signed for Arsenal, their kind of basic standards, what the women's academy kind of set for us.
Mm.
So the women's academy are always good on the ball. We always had the ball longer than any other team. So that passing, like that playing style kind of definitely suited me.
Yeah.
So it was, yeah.
Was it a big deal at that age when, I don't know if they made the rule for you, or if, for example, they had the rule in place before you got to like 12 years old. How was that when you kind of reached that age and then they said, okay, you're not allowed to play boys football anymore? Like, how did you feel at that age?
Obviously, you grow up playing with all the boys, so you kind of course, I was going to miss playing with them. But I do think when it comes to a certain age, you kind of, there's a certain age where you can play with boys up to, and then there's a certain age where you can't really compete physically. So I do think 11 is still quite young, and I think now they've changed it to 15, where
Really?
so now in girls' academies, they can play against boys' teams. So on the weekend, you play against, I don't know, a Tottenham girls' team, but now you can actually play against boys. I don't know if it's boys' academies, but it's boys like good Sunday league teams. So I think the age now is 15. But I do think there's an age limit where you can't really compete. But yeah, I do remember kind of vividly, like, I think I was one of the, like, in the boys team, I was one of the best players there as well. So there was definitely, the club itself was like a family. So there's definitely like, I definitely missed that side of playing, but I didn't feel like, I think because I was signing for Arsenal and everyone knows about Arsenal women's, I think it was just like, yeah, like it's my time now to step away from that and continue on to the women's football.
For more content like this, like, share and subscribe.